Comrade Pratt King and Derric Yu. Comrade Derric Yu and Pratt King. This is Father of the Nation, and I want to comment on a compilation of an audio message in form of a video of about 18 minutes 15 seconds, which I have taken time to listen through it very keenly. A compilation of the audio of Pride King made December 2020, and the recent one made by Comrade Derric Yu, which he says he made it on the 4th of this December 2024. Appreciating the fact that the input Pride King made talking about community mobilization and something like that. First, I want to thank Angel Bird, Nda, Nda, Angel's Bird, Nda. This is Father of the Nation. I have gotten your apology from the UFD International Pan-African Service something. I mean, the group, the name is too long. You said you created the group. It was wrong. It was wrong to have allowing other people to play rough in the group, and you seemingly taking side, not stopping the fact that my messages are being deleted all the time, and other people, those who delete them, Mamaji, for example, are deleting them, and you guys do nothing. When she's posting her own, you can see a long line of messages she brings from other groups. I don't know where. And she posting that, some mostly coming from Sukamif, which are not deleted. And you acknowledge the fact that it was wrong. What you guys have been doing is wrong. Apology accepted. Now back to trying to analyze after listening through that long audio in form of a video, a compilation of about 18 minutes 15 seconds. Pride King and Derric Yu. I would not say no, you shouldn't do what you want to do. Derric, you said that you guys are coming out soon with a white paper talking about community mobilization. I hope it is not this thing of county by county, because when we remember that name, county by county, LGA and so on, Pride King, you can see that you were talking about the killing of fighters in your own community. I heard you accusing Kapo. Kapo is accusing you and other camps of Sami, the killing of Sami and others, in which you said Kapo said four were killed. Actually, there were three or something. And he's lying. Kapo is accusing you. You're accusing him on the other side. Different camps. So it doesn't matter. It's not just because of county by county that we can succeed. But I want to make a suggestion. Instead of calling it county by county or LGA by county, whatever, I think we should title it Ambazonia Diaspora Mobilization for the Liberation of Homeland, for the liberation of Ambazonia, for the independence of Ambazonia. That way, we can look back to how this struggle started and how diaspora was mobilizing. You can see how SCACUF was formed through this thing of conclaves, different groups all meeting, conclave 1, conclave 2. We were acting as Southern Cameroonians. When Mancho Bibi stood up on the ground, as you mentioned, for the youth who saw themselves being suffering and see Mancho as an example who rose up for them, instead of the teachers and the lawyers who stood up to defend their own occupation, who felt that La Republique was bringing in teachers to teach French teachers to teach our children in Ambazonia, and they were kind of losing their own positions as teachers or as judges who were also judges from the Republic, taking the places of the judges in Ambazonia in the southern Cameroons, and they felt they were standing up. The idea of elitism. So I think if we title it diaspora, Ambazonia diaspora, or Southern Cameroonians diaspora for the independence of Ambazonia, I think that will make some sense because we need money. We have suggested many times for the formation of a liberation council. In this liberation council, all these groups will still be there. So we need to make a delve back, if we can make a delve back a little, just to question ourselves, why the destruction of Skakuf? Why the destruction of Skakuf? Why formation of so-called IG group, or IG, at that time it was IG group 1, of which the law firm itself had warned? Who were those behind it? We also have Mark Beretta agitated in Nigeria. So we want a situation where all Southern Cameroonians, all Ambazonians will see themselves as one, fighting for a common cause, not some. And I hope this time we will make sure we correct the idea of groupism, friendship in the liberation struggle, man no man. These are the things that killed even the diaspora community mobilization. Because I remember during that time, in fact, I should say late 2017, remember when the lawyers, the t-shirt that they won there, we contributed money. Remember the money for DOD, we contributed money. Was it to 200 for us where we live? To 200, yuan, or it was about $100 something or $200, I think, something like that, every month. Imagine if we were to put all that money was, where did all the money disappear? So you saw that we all saw the t-shirts down there. But when we go for physical meeting in the diaspora, because that was what was happening, you see group, even among those Southern Cameroonians. For example, when Dr. Kwanga came here to Asia, you see people within the group, most of them have disappeared in the liberation struggle. They're nowhere to be found anymore because they went and spoiled everything. Still, the idea of man-no-man, friendship, this one now this one come off outside, where the same issue, the fight for power, position, people, because of this one reason or the other, they know this one, they are thinking that running a liberation struggle is as easy as ABC. Today you cannot see most of them that have left. Most of them you don't even know where they are today. So they have come and spoiled everything and they've gone. So I hope we're going to make sure we correct the mistakes of the past. The issue here is that it's not like people are not sick, because we want to correct the problem on the ground, killing of the freedom fighters. Now, when during the time of those IG groups, when they were killing, even fighting on the ground, when freedom fighters realized that they were being used by these so-called groups, in the liberation struggle to amass money, like you were mentioning the political capital. People saw the liberation struggle as a means of, raising money and feeding themselves and enjoying. They don't give a damn about those fighting on the ground. Instead of arming them more, they were disarming and seizing those weapons, creating 20-man squads and so on. These are the mistakes we must make sure we correct them. But when the ADF, the Ayaba himself, that was hated the most, and right at the beginning, if Akwanga and Ayaba are the ones that will liberate Ambazonia, they had better live under La Republique. You have seen all how it has played through this liberation struggle. People reporting Ayaba. We celebrate the killing of the freedom fighters. We fighting for the black legs, the traitors, the enablers. You call some leaders or presidents by what they are saying, preaching hate, jealousy, envy, tribalism. Man on man and so on. So Ambazonians must learn. You must learn to say no. We must say no to what is wrong. No more tribalism, for example. No to tribalism. No to hate. No to jealousy. No to envy. No to the idea of man on man, friendship, and so on. No to the idea of, favoritism in the liberation struggle. We must learn to correct the issues that have derailed the struggle. You see something bad, say something. Say no to blackmailing. Say no to, to smear campaigns. Say no to sabotage. Say no to people's character being soiling other people's character just to destroy them, to make sure they shine, and all the direction they're going is to destroy the struggle. We saw how Matrix to Boya and so on. Money, people even promising that if they don't deliver, they will give way. But you see, they have come there. And the liberation, even though their own followers, they have seen everything, they are not willing to let them strip them off and get other people to run the liberation struggle. So these are mistakes we must correct. Like I mentioned, the idea of ADF and the egg of C. When the egg of C, the fighters realized that those so-called IG groups who were setting in fighting and so on, when the ADF or the egg of C took over, we hardly saw that so much of infighting. You did not see. We have seen that things have quietened. The idea of go and disarm and seize weapon and jam and grand them, all those things stopped because it was killing and counter killing and revenge, and our freedom fighters were finishing. We've seen all our briefers all finished. But when the ADF and the AGOC took over, we were not seeing those things again. And instead of Ambazonians to now line up to support the idea of, well, they don't want to call it liberation tax. You can call it whatever. If we can monthly, I want to suggest when we meet, the idea is money. Without money, we cannot do anything. So we should make sure we can regain the confidence of the people by doing something better. Because with the liberation tax, if you were to accept it, you can call it whatever. If money is going down there every week or every month, and we are seeing the result, we're moving to Boya little by little, as we now know that, La Republique du Cameroun has been reported at the ICJ. So Paul Biya, from now on, we will line up, queue behind that, and push it to make sure Ambazonia gets, its own place, a rightful place at the table of negotiation. And it's going to be an international negotiation. So when people realize that instead of supporting this idea of monthly or yearly sending, just for example, if you are living in the diaspora and you are giving $50 every year, those on the ground willingly, not being forced, just giving something freely to the freedom fighters, helping them so that we have independence, like 5,000 for women, 10,000 or 15,000 for men. Oh, sorry, 10,000 for men, or I don't know whether it's 15,000. So if we can give it willingly, instead of taking that money and sitting in a beer parlor, within hours you have already finished that money by drinking beer and then go and pee, all of that one gone. Why not give it for your own freedom for a whole year? So I hope we will do things different. So this is my suggestion. I should be taken to Sokamif, especially circulated all over Ambazonia. We can do better. Why do we sabotage this thing of liberation tax? I don't know why. But we still go behind and we're collecting money from that same liberation tax and even killing other freedom fighters to say that we are the rightful people to collect money in this place or in that place, that same liberation tax. But in the public, they deny it. Why do we do all these things? So if we cannot correct all these things, we will still not be able to regain trust. Why have we refused this thing? We could, now knowing that infighting has stopped, fund the student properly. Pay that 1 year once, just one, you're paying it once a year. Like, let's say $50 every year. That will help. Instead of you, we celebrating the killing of freedom fighters. Oh, the scammers. Oh, the terrorists. We giving them the same name La Republique is giving us. It spoils all our efforts to free ourselves. I don't want to keep this message very long. So I hope Ambazonians, we can do better. We can do better. The purpose of it is for us to regain back trust. Trust. Without that, we will not have money. And with that money, we cannot even kill a fly. We cannot liberate ourselves. No to infighting. No to hate. No to tribalism. No to favoritism. No to hate and envy and jealousy. All these things we can do better, Ambazonians, my fellow Ambazonians. We can do better. So thank you very much in advance. We hope those mistakes will be corrected. Look back to all those people who were friendship, partymanism, all of them. Where are they today? They've all got lost. How many of them do you still hear? They struggle. They came and spoiled everything, and they've gone. So if we do not stop these things, still nothing will come back. Nothing is going to change. Thank you in advance. And this Father of the Nation, and today the 6th of December 2024.
Comrade Father of the Nation, good day, my brother. This is Comrade Derric. Today is December 6th, 2024. I'm just responding back to your audio, which I received from one of the forums that you did in. First of all, I want to thank you for taking your time to listen to the audio, especially the audio presented by Comrade PK and the one presented by myself. Comrade, I think you listened to the section by Comrade PK very well in 2021, where he highlighted some of the ills or root causes of the problems we have in our struggle, per se. And he suggested that people should fall back to their various counties. And at the time, um, he was a supporter of the county by county initiative. And if you listen to me very well, when I started trying to articulate a way forward from my perspective, I said I don't think county by county it's the best approach as of the moment, because right now where we stand, the solutions that are needed, first of all, I strongly believe that as comrades in the diaspora who are in an opportune place because of us being in the safeties of the countries where we are, the freedom of speech and freedom of movement that we have. I think that as comrades across the world in the diaspora who need to find themselves first and get to reconnect. And I think that the baseline, my suggestion is that the baseline is the best place and the best way to reconnect is in our various communities where we belong, because the truth is the people amongst us, the comrades amongst us who are responsible for the chaos among the struggle, when everybody would come together, I don't think those people would have the courage to even want to step ahead again, because by now everybody's record, everybody knows everybody. We know the part that everybody played in the struggle leading to where we are right now. And it's only if we are congregating back in our various communities in the diaspora that the bad seed would start thinking twice, because they know that once the community is properly structured, if what they are doing is really destructive to the Ambazonian cause, that structured community can definitely hold them accountable in that particular community where they belong. Like I promised, we have done a white paper on this as research base, and we are going to release the white paper to our community. I hope you go through the white paper. It is not county by county. It is community mobilization in the diaspora because we believe that people in the diaspora are free, and it's important that we get to close ranks in the diaspora. We get to look at some of the issues that have plagued the struggle, which you have highlighted quite a number of. We get to look at those issues in each of our communities and address them first from our communities. And when we address them in our communities, we start proposing, to the before we even start going to the groups and saying, this is how we solve problem 1, 2, 3 in our community. And we think that as groups, you guys should also look at this approach that we use in our local community to address some of the issues uh, that have been coming up, because the issues are very common. It's the same issues that are plaguing the groups in the groups as the same issues that are plaguing the boys as the small unit of location right now that I strongly believe we can address these issues at starting from the diaspora. And if we start from the diaspora and we solve the problem in the diaspora by putting aside our differences and coming together, all the resources that you talked about, that there's dire need for resources for everything, it would then become easier to set rules for how we raise funds, set rules for how we mobilize funds and support various things based on rules set by all of us in each and every community. It would now be possible for us to, as communities, do a lot of advocacy work that supports the struggle. But starting from our community, it's an angle that has been missed over the last years. And I think that when you go over the proposition paper that we would be putting out, you'll see some of those angles that have just been neglected uh, by our collective since we started with this current phase of our struggle. So let's try and find each other in the diaspora, because I believe it's an important thing to do. It's important that we have that comradeship in the diaspora where we are. It's important that we are able to resolve issues, meet and resolve issues physically where we are first, because it would give us a foundation of how we can try to guide people in ground zero when their own issues come, because we have resolved our own issues in the diaspora. So again, thank you very much. But you are right. We are suggesting that diaspora has a unique opportunity to get mobilized, to do the right thing, so that it becomes possible for diaspora to be raising the required resources to support the efforts of ground zero, and also to support various efforts, because there are multiple efforts that are required for our freedom to be realized. So again, thank you for taking your time to listen. I hope that we would interact way more going forward, as once we have released the white paper. I'm looking forward to get your critique or your review of it, and also I'm looking forward to hear how you would go about remobilizing your own community, because at the end of the day, it's really what really matters most is the work that we each and every one of us does in their community. That's the work that is going to make a difference. Because if we don't go out in our communities and hold hands and forgive those who have hurt us, and find ways to just get back together and see each other as Ambazonians than group members and all of that, then at the end of the day, we will keep playing this game where this one thinks their group is better, that one thinks their group is better, and our efforts are just dissipated across the place. Thank you, Father of the Nation, for the response. I hope that we will engage more and more in the near future. Bye for now.